Ladies and gentlemen, the time is now. Finally, I bring to you another PC port of a Zelda game, and one of the very noteworthy ones, as I'm sure my friends can attest to. I am FM225, and once again with me is...
I'm so excited!
So excited! The Zelda game that has withstood the test of time. Initially reviled for being, different. And dark. Can't forget the dark. But now is beloved by all. Well, mostly. But definitely by us. And especially by you. Especially by you, as you have told me many times.
Oh, yes. Majora is a game that I love and cherish so much.
Very impressive for a game that had how much time in the oven?
At least 9 months.
9 months. 9 months to create a game that has earned a reputation as one of the most unique and interesting Zelda games. One that I actually have in my top 3 Zelda games, along with Link to the Past and Tears of the Kingdom.
Really now?
Yeah. It's like, I actually played this before Ocarina of Time, if you can believe it. It took me so long to get into, like, the N64 era.
All I can say is, maybe I do like Majora, as I over to my original N64 that has my Majora's Mask copy on top of it as a centerpiece to my room.
Is it, like, in the system, or...?
Yes. In fact, it's my only running N64 game that runs consistently.
Oh, really? Well...
Yes.
Finally, we come to the ominous title card that reveals the name of the game that you've already guessed already. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask.
We only just started, and I have a big smile on my face. This is gonna be a good time.
You're smiling at the ominous music and the creepy-looking moon? You are weird.
I'm a horror fan.
Well, that's good. Because this is one of the scariest Zelda games out there. Because, like, you might think Twilight Princess is scary. It's trying to be scary. This game isn't trying. This game is scary because I'm sure it was scary for the developers because they had to rush this out. Like, they weren't sure if they just wanted to do Ocarina of Time 2 or if they wanted to do something different. They settle on something different. The scope gets out of hand. They have 9 months to rush this out. They're going to recycle a lot of assets, as you've already seen. But at the end of the day, they've created a masterpiece of a title. And here we go.
Oh, definitely.
In the land of Hyrule, there echoes a legend held dearly by the royal family that tells of a boy. A boy who, after battling evil and saving Hyrule, crept away from the land that had made him a legend. Done with the battles he once waged across time, he embarked on a journey, a secret and personal journey. A journey in search of a beloved and invaluable friend. A friend with whom he parted ways when he finally fulfilled his heroic destiny and took his place among legends. Wait a second, you're sitting right next to me, Ivan. Why do I need to look for you?
Aww. Well, you're looking for your other dear friend, of course.
Who?
Well, don't you remember? At the end of our last journey, a certain fairy had left.
Why would Link ever search for her?
Well, despite everyone's opinions on Navi, I think Link did consider her a close friend. If anything, she was the only one who really understood all the tribulations Link went through.
I wish the writing would imply that, but... Yeah, this game actually does a lot for Link's character, so I'm not going to, like, complain about it. Although already we can see... We can already see that playing in widescreen causes us to see things we shouldn't.
Yeah. Just a bit.
Which, you know, I'm
Also,
starting to wonder if that might break the experience, but I don't know.
just a bit. We'll see. I guess at least to fill a bit, since I know this might take a little. Even though like Link still seems to be young, I think it's implied to at least be either a few months to a year since his adventures through Ocarina, since this is the same Link from Ocarina.
One of the rare Zelda direct sequels.
Indeed.
Which
One of the
which
three.
3? Oh, you mean...
Oh wait, no, Spirit Tracks is a right. Oh wait, Phantom Hourglass. Wind Waker to Phantom Hourglass, and then Breath to Tears. There we go.
Yeah. Also, I guess Zelda
Either
2,
way,
I don't know, but it's not the same Link. It's always a different Link for the most part.
I believe it is the same. Either way, this guy has your Ocarina. What are you gonna do about it?
Apparently lunge at him. Also, how did Epona get into the forest? That's illegal.
Link found a way. Also, I know this is a silly excuse, but this is my justification about why Link's stats are so low, because getting trampled by a horse by this long would definitely leave you injured.
I guess that's true.
So, yeah, only 5 minutes into the woods, and we got not only our Ocarina taken, but our horse as well.
Hey, wait a minute. Zelda
Ow.
should have the Never mind. If I talk like that, we're just going to be here all day. We have gameplay. Oh, wow. First move of the game, and I do a spin attack.
Because, yeah, it's normal Zelda fare. You can spin attack by circle with B, B's to attack, R's for your shield. Which, I guess to say this now, this is not the Hylian shield.
Yeah, it isn't, actually. That's interesting, because if we look at this, Hero's Shield. But it's the Kokiri Sword.
That does not look like the Kokiri sword I know.
Maybe you got it reforged
Also,
or something.
Fair enough. Also, a little extra bonus. It took me a long time to really understand what's on Link's hero shield. It's an owl.
An owl? Huh.
Yeah.
Also, weird
sigil's
grass here, by the way.
What the? Jeez, what are we going to encounter in this forest?
Is there another one? No, there isn't. So, check out these really sweet moves that Link has. Oh, whoops. Should have started.
There you go.
Should have started from here. Cartwheel.
Normal jump.
Flippity flip. Cartwheel. Flippity flip. It's so good.
Yep, this Link's definitely more athletic since his month to a few year counterpart.
He's got battle experience. Fall down the hole, which lacks rabbits, so it's not a rabbit hole. Also, a bunch of random things.
Is Majora's Mask an Alice in Wonderland story?
Well, we went down the hole.
That's a weird looking flower.
Wherever we are, they've figured out spotlight technology. Artax, stupid horse.
That stupid horse saved the world! Who are you calling stupid? I think I messed that up.
You can play Ocarina of Time without getting Epona, which begs the question, why is she here? Never mind.
I mean, I've beaten greater things than you.
So yes, with regards to... Apparently this upcoming scene, like, immediately after they animated it, one of the developers had a nightmare that was almost like this. Isn't that spooky? Or did I get it backwards?
You got it backwards, yeah, no. Not the director, no, not the director. One of the lead developers, Eiji Aonuma, had this nightmare, and then when he went to work the next day, one of the cutscene directors showed him this exact scene. And when Aonuma recounted his nightmare, he just said, "So wait, you had the same nightmare too, Aonuma?"
Oh my goodness.
Yeah! Oh, there's a lot of cursed things with this game. Speaking of cursed, you've been cursed!
Oh no, we've been cursed with wood. Insert joke here.
All I was gonna think of was, what would a Deku Ephraim look like?
Oh, jeez, I don't want to think about that.
Also, that fairy definitely blew a raspberry. Can't tell me otherwise.
We fell silent. What's going on?
I don't know, I'm just looking here at this fairy. Apparently fairies can't open doors.
Yeah, I was trying to, like... Well, they can't open doors, but theoretically they should be able to, like, slip through the lock, right? They're small enough for that.
There's no lock, apparently.
Well, how do we open this door, then? Actually, that's something I've been wondering about. All those doors that, like, go up and then go down. It's very strange. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Another one of these weird bushes.
Oh!
I almost got them all.
I was hoping for a cat. I was hoping for a Caterpie.
A Caterpie?
Oh, wait, wrong game.
What do you want a Caterpie for? We apparently...
It's better than this gal.
Is it?
No. Oh, God. You know, it's not often that I actually give this character here crap. There we go, Tattles, so I can stop calling her the fairy.
And she's got a brother named Tail. Also, big shock, there are male fairies in this universe. Now, I don't know either, Link.
Yeah, I love how he looks at the camera.
So, there's another thing of bushes here. I'm just getting some early money, by the way. Gonna need it.
Fair enough.
I got them all! Wow. Did I get them all? Wow. Cool.
Yeah. Nice job.
Anyway, this is your new ability as a Deku Scrub. You can do this. None of the Deku Scrubs in Ocarina of Time ever did this. So, I don't know. We must be venturing into new territory here. It's going to be a completely new world, and we've got a completely new body. Majora's Mask really, like, sells you on the idea that this is going to be a very different experience because, like, you had that taste of being able to use the sword and everything. Also, this is a nice little shortcut. You don't need to do all of that stuff over there. Like, forget all that platforming. Just go over here.
The chest.
It's not important.
It's a nice chest, though.
Tattle's got a nice chest. I don't know. So would this be
So
morning wood? Because it's crying. I have silenced you. Hey, the Forest Temple! What do you know? I guess we were in the Lost Woods.
I have nothing to say. That's just terrible.
So this area, like, people don't really look around this area enough, in my opinion. They don't take in the surroundings. So I'm gonna do that, actually. Here we have a clock gear covered in moss. There's more moss here. There's, like, this little passageway off to the right. And you can actually see a mushroom in the water there.
Oh. Also, we fell down a deep hole, now there's moss. Are we sure this is the right sequel we're playing?
I don't follow.
Just, you know, if you find a tall cloak figure, listen to their legend.
Oh, you mean this guy?
That's not who I was looking for.
It's the mask salesman.
Nope. Oh yeah, weren't you just like some little dude? Like some dude selling masks in Ocarina?
I see where this is going.
I dig the Elvis mask he has.
Oh yeah, I gotta look at all of his masks because that's a really neat detail. There's like at least 2 references in there.
Yeah, and actually, almost all of his masks also reference events in this game as well.
Also, since we're playing at 60 FPS, his movements are like a little less instant jump from one animation to the next. That was part of what made the guy unsettling, but it's almost weird now.
anything. It just almost looks realistic in how it works. But yeah, I guess if anything, if you'll mention one mask, I'll mention a fun fact about it.
I see a Mario mask. There
Yep.
is a clown mask. Some kind of turtle mask. And I can...
There's the Elvis mask.
Oh, is that the Elvis mask? Is it? Okay.
I always thought it was. And like, yeah, two of the masks he wears are also references to events in this game. In fact, one of them you can almost see as soon as we leave. And one last thing. Apparently the Happy Mask salesman himself might have been based on Miyamoto.
Seriously? Miyamoto doesn't have red hair.
No, but his facial features almost match.
Welcome to Clock
nice
Town.
feeling.
Can you tell why it is called Clock Town?
Yeah, I don't know.
Was the what? Was the what? Come on, Tattle, tell me more. No, never mind.
She's thinking aloud.
So you do, in fact, have a time limit here, and I don't mind telling you guys that my first time playing this as a kid, I did fail this first 72-hour timer. So, like, that was...
To be fair...
That was another huge sign that this is not going to be normal. This is a very different game.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, I guess to kind of help feel more kinder to your past self, when you first enter this game, the time is actually sped up by 1.5.
Come on.
So if it ever does feel faster, indeed it was faster.
Oh, really? Darn it. Okay, so you apparently have to do that differently. So that kid, we'll learn more about him, but the thing is, you can actually get the dog to, like, crash into him, and then he has to keep moving, even though he's got an animation for getting knocked over, so he just slides up the stairs.
Oh. I think it's just because he was doing the item give animation, which had priority.
Yeah. Anyways, there's a fairy here.
Let's gather my pieces. I don't think I've ever seen a fairy like this before.
Nope, I don't think I have. Also, pro tip, that box with 5 rupees respawns every time you enter the area.
Ooh, that's very good to know.
And I suppose...
I guess now we're here.
Yeah. I was gonna use that flower. Do you think I could, like, maybe use it? No? Okay.
This is my private property. Don't try using it when I'm not around.
A flower is your private property?
Yes, it's real estate. So, yeah, I guess I'll ask this. So, what is on the agenda for today?
The agenda? Well, obviously we're playing the opening of this game.
I was gonna play it directly to the T.
This man!
Whom I'll just dub the Eevee of the Zelda series.
The Eevee?
Well, a little different, because he absolutely hated it in the US, even though he's absolutely beloved in Japan.
You're talking about Eevee the Pokemon, right?
Yeah. I mean, Eevee's okay here, but no. Eevee's almost as big as Pikachu in Japan.
That explains Let's Go Eevee.
Exactly.
Stole that
Tingle
from
here had
Clefairy. Stole that role from Clefairy, by the way. Just in my opinion.
I think they did say originally they wanted to have one of the cute pink Pokemon be the mascot, but then Pikachu just won everyone over. And I guess for another non-fun fact, Pikachu's design was made in 20 minutes!
Quite a profit. All that money for 20 minutes. Anyways, we were talking about something completely different. Tingle is a map maker. You probably want to buy the maps your first time down, because they do help out greatly. He is 35, and
Indeed.
you probably might think it's weird for him to be acting like that, but this costume that he wears is actually common in, like, Japanese comedian works. Like, I've seen Japanese comedians wearing things like that. So, it's definitely a difference in culture as to why Tingle gets his own game in Europe and Japan, but not here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And when I meant 3, I meant 2. He was going to have a third game, and it was going to be a horror game in the US, but then they realized, no, even then people would still hate it.
Not as much as they hate this. The great fairies are back.
And just as political as ever.
I'm starting to think shattering them to pieces was probably an improvement. but we kind of need magic power. Because apparently we lost ours. I don't know how you lose your magic skill.
Yeah, no, like, even if Young Link didn't need his weapons anymore, we don't have any more extra heart containers, we didn't have our magic. Not even any of our, like, temporary gear. We only have one set of clothes. Link, what, did you become a hermit?
No idea. Also, our clothes changed when we transformed. That was very kind of Skull Kid to give us a new set of clothes, apparently.
Hey, that cap is very handy. It can turn into a shield.
Oh, very true.
Yeah, apparently the thing with the Great Fairy here is she said that it's because she grew careless that the Skull Kid himself broke her apart. That's impressive.
So anyways, our gift from the Great Fairy is the ability to shoot bubble. And it leaves a mark.
Oh,
but hey, shooting bubbles, I like it.
I've always equated it to basically being like your slingshot.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways,
I know it's...
we have a nice little thing we can do here as a Deku Scrub.
Ooh, what's this place?
An obstacle course only for Deku Scrubs. Seems rather counterintuitive. I mean... like, this is a mostly human town. I mean, everybody from all over the world comes here, but, like, you should set this up in Deku country.
You make a good point, but apparently Deku Scrubs do make business here, as we'll see. Also, yeah, this place is the Deku Playground, so it's even more confusing of a name.
Mm-hmm. Oops. Almost fell off, that was close.
Yeah. I mean, I guess to explain a bit, the best way to tackle this minigame is to basically jump when you reach the top of it.
Cool.
He'll get there.
That might have been an error. I think I'm fine.
He'll be fine.
I've gotten good at this with practice.
And it takes a bit of practice, but like if you can do well enough, you can tackle this.
Okay,
also, yes,
reverse course. No.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. To explain a bit about the flowers, despite them looking like they're on a timer, they're not. They're proximity based.
Oh, proximity. Good. Good to know.
Yeah.
I just hope I don't run out of time.
You're... Okay. Ooh, you called it close.
That was worth the scare.
Ooh.
Way to go! It's a new record!
Hey, 50 rupees.
Link, that's a strange name for a Deku Scrub.
Dekus don't have names! What are you guys talking about?
Do they?
Do you know a Deku by name?
I really don't. That's weird.
Yeah, no. Of all the races, Dekus are the only ones that don't have names. It's actually...
So why is Majora's Mask on that balloon? Why is there a balloon here?
You got me. To be fair, though, there's just gonna be a lot of weird iconography like that throughout the world.
Also, these kids, like, they formed a little play group, I guess. They decided to call themselves the Bombers. Like, what?
For kids.
Well, I guess you got a point there. It's time for a game of hide-and-seek with these kids. You have until the stroke of dawn to find them all. Which can be tricky if you don't know where they are. Because they like to run from you. But I know a little secret. Oh, you think you're so smart. Violence!
I would do it. Also, because it makes sense, a certain item you would have gotten earlier could also stun them.
Oh yeah, that's true. But who needs it?
They will never intentionally walk to you. You have to stun them. Also, be careful moving them close to doorways.
Oh yeah, because that can cause them to just, like, escape completely or something.
Yeah.
This is our first venture into
So
the West.
I kind of dig this part of town. Also, I guess now I think about it, looking at the D-pad. So, what version of Majora are you playing?
Oh, this is the port by the same people who made Ship of Harkinian, but they have a bunch of extra features as well. Deposit 200 rupees to get something that holds a lot of rupees. I think I'll try that out.
Sounds like very handy indeed.
A bank is actually a really good idea for a Zelda game because you get a lot of money that just winds up going nowhere.
Yeah, now you say it, more Zelda games need to have either a bottomless wallet or a bank.
Also, they apparently, like, put a stamp on Link in order to mark how much money he's got, or, like, an account number or something. I completely forgot something else that was in there.
Wait, what else did we forget?
What else?
Oh yeah, there's a kid here.
Just one.
Not just a kid. Because I'm always having to go into like some of the more lore-ish or backstory stuff when it comes to Clocktown. Not developer stuff.
Oh, like, is there like, lore for Clocktown? I mean, of course there's going to be, but...
Well, I guess kind of development-wise, I at least have something funny to say, but we haven't really explored it too much yet. Yeah, why not? I could share a bit of it. So, you saw how like there was a bunch of construction people at the first part of Clocktown, right? South?
Uh-huh.
The thing with them is, the big idea is they're basically preparing for like a big carnival. Apparently a lot of the dialogue for that part
You've never
is
seen him
actually
caught up
just,
here, have ya?
Wow, nice shot. Oh god, how to get up there? Oh, never mind.
He solves that problem for us. You don't have to use the flower to get up there.
Oh. It's funny, like, because they can hide in those boxes.
But apparently they don't like non-humans, or Hylians, or elves, or whatever. Oh,
I believe they say it's actually... What?
yeah,
Oh,
they let a
once we
non-human
let some
join,
kid-
and oh boy, did they regret it. I wonder who it was.
Gee.
No scrubs in
Oh,
our
let's see.
gaming circle.
One. Dang.
I thought it was going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I could tell them how terrible that was. 1, 5, 3, 2, 4. Okay.
Yeah, because this code is actually randomized every playthrough. On top of that, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I saw it in a speedrun once. End of the first day. 60 hours remain. Long story short, the carpenters at the beginning, a lot of them talk about how they have to hurry up and complete the construction before the carnival arrives. You need to
I got
or...
this. I got this. The first number was 1. My bad.
Right.
There we go.
The Carpenters, their dialogue is actually a lot more realistic in that that's actually like actual dialogue from developers about hurrying up to finish the game.
Yeah, I get the feeling that when they developed this game, they put their own experience into it, which is probably part of why it feels so real and genuine and emotional and stuff. And, like, the trauma of it all probably, like, caused a lot of bad memories, and they probably think that this is, like, not a good game anymore, which explains, oh, nice shot by me there.
Nice shot.
There's your first enemy. So a thing about this game is there was a remake on the 3DS, and the remake is, in many ways, like, it does some quality of life stuff, but I think most fans would agree that it's just not as good for various changes that the developers probably thought they needed, but ended up being bad changes in the end.
Yeah. I mean, it's even more than that. Series director Anuma, when he looked back at his old Majora's Mask notes, he was so shocked by like what he did back then. He had to write an actual apology to tell people like, "Hey, I'm sorry by all the weird stuff I did.
I'm
I'm gonna
sorry for
correct it
making
with the
one of the
3D
best Zelda
remake."
games of all time.
I didn't know there were stairs back there. I always jumped it.
But you know, related to that, I actually looked into the Japanese version of this game, the very first release, and there's actually a huge lack of polish with it. We're familiar with the North American version, which has a lot of fixes to things, so maybe that's part of it.
Fair. Because honestly, I don't even know much of the changes from the Japanese to English. I do know there are some stuff they changed, like they did change one thing that's just kind of weird in the English version that we'll get into much, much later. But yeah, no, that would explain a lot, because I don't know,
Butt
Majora
slap!
is like a
Butt
great game.
slap! He butt slapped.
Yeah. He'll only do that on the first and second day. How funny. Also, what the item we're gonna get soon is actually kind of weird when you think about it.
What, the moon's tear?
Well, because the idea there is that it implies that because both he has a moon's tear and the fact that someone later will ask us for a moon's tear, it implies that moon's tear are common items, even though the moon. Oh, also, if you want to know one of the weird changes, this rainbow stairway, that's an error.
Oh, like this? This is actually an error?
When basically, you know how like most games have like purple and black checkerboards for the air colors? N64 it's rainbow colored like that. That was supposed to be a normal texture.
Oh.
That's why they fixed it in the 3DS version.
Fixed, air quotes. It's funny, the game doesn't even draw attention to what the Termina's problem is right now. So let me show you. You see that? It's falling towards Earth!
Yeah. You can actually see it slowly encroaching the Earth in real time, the whole part of the game.
Oh yeah, there's like videos of just pointing the camera at it and watching it fall for all 72 hours. Fascinating stuff.
It's it's kind of harrowing when you think about it, but like that's the thing. Everyone always talks about the moon is falling, but nobody talks about the fact that the moon has a face. So does it just always imply that the moon always had a face?
I can think of many cartoons where the moon has a face and even talks to people.
It's sad that the only thing that comes up is the screaming sun from Rick and Morty.
Not the angry sun from Mario?
Well, if anything, I'm surprised I didn't think of it that sooner.
The angry sun and the crying moon. What a dynamic.
I mean, I remember when people made comics pairing the two just because it's like no matter where you are in the world of Nintendo, you're never safe. What about Pokemon? Half of the Pokemon will murder you by just being near it.
Oh, I think I see the Big Dipper in the sky. Ouchie, ouch.
Oh,
Please
wait.
don't do that.
You know what? That actually makes sense, because do you want me to tell you one of the weirdest customizations this game has?
I already know, but please do tell.
Your name, i.e. the name you give Link and the profile itself, actually changes... Oh, the door to the clock tower opens only once a year at midnight on the eve of the
Are
carnival.
you gonna read all of Tattle's text?
No, just the poignant ones.
Okay.
Anyways, the star at the sky actually changed depending on the name of the file.
Every copy of Majora's Mask is personalized. Anyways, glitch time. Yeah, you think you're so smart because you just blocked me from leaving. Well, I've had enough of being blocked from leaving town. Get out of there.
Ooh.
So yes, you can actually break out of town on the first cycle. And the bizarre thing is, the grass doesn't get despawned, but there's, like, no music, and there's no music at night anyways, but there's no music out here, and there's no enemies, and also none of the objects, like boulders, grottos, spawn, and normally there's supposed to be, like, this big chunk of ice stopping you from going to the north, but it's gone too.
This is eerie.
Yeah, I really don't know why either. It seems kind of strange. It seems like they would just have to like you can be out here because you're outside of the observatory, but like I don't see the point in taking all the enemies away.
Probably to reduce the chances of you luring an enemy close enough to get attacked.
I really don't think that's possible in the first place. I should be doing it this way. This is faster.
You'd be surprised. Also, I guess I'm curious what you want to do out here.
Well, to be honest, I like had the idea of like going as far as I could with the remaining amount of time, but in reality, there's just not much you can accomplish with only Deku Link unless you like know a bunch of super crazy glitch moves and stuff.
And here, well, you know what? This might actually help, because here I was going to offer if you wanted to get a piece of heart.
Oh yeah, Wolfos, by the way. We're gonna actually fight enemies.
Oh, yeah. I can be an encyclopedia with these guys. You know,
That still
these
works.
are Wolfos.
The tail attack still works.
Nice. Also, those up there are not keys. They're bad
I've been saved by the bell. I was about to get clobbered.
Well, is the Wolfo still here? Nope. All we have is Choo-Choos, making their first appearance in the series.
Oh, yeah. But they are basically like an extension of Slimes. Or Zols, excuse me.
Yeah, don't be like Prima Guides now.
So there's an enemy up there guarding that tree. What could they possibly be hiding? Oh, uh-oh. Okay, that hurt.
Oh yeah, there are more enemies up here, by the way. You know, I kind of am mixed with the Choo-Choos. I don't mind them, but their designs are a little weird, but they're kind of growing on me, honestly.
So there's a heart piece up there.
Then again, Choo-Choos are one of my favorite enemies, so...
And in here, we can find Deku Babas, the classic enemy. Oh, you know what? I should show off a little feature of this game. Not Deku Nuts, those are normal.
Yeah, well, I mean, these are Baba Sprouts. Now those are Deku Babas.
Okay, never mind. There are certain there are certain tattle quotes that are a bit on the amusing side.
You're looking for the ones that aren't straight up. These guys are wilted.
Oh, okay.
There's a no, wait. I guess if you go...
A bad bat. It's
further.
not a keys, it's a bad bat.
Yep. And yeah, I guess to help explain that a bit, unlike Ocarina, where Navi was like a very helpful fairy, Tattle here is actually a little more humorous in that she'll actually snap at you if you talk to her about some enemies that you've encountered in Ocarina.
I should have tried it with Wolfos.
I was thrown off by the fact that there is music now.
Oh yeah, that's because we went from an area with music to a place that doesn't have music, so it does technically play the music here. It's very bizarre. This glitch is weird.
I getcha. Well, I dig it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I like how the music changes for each day.
Alright, that's enough. We've caused the viewers enough pain.
Ow, my eyes!
I've caused you enough pain.
But yeah, no. That's how some speedrunners actually gone through this game, because, like, since you can only do it on day 2, since it's the only time the platform are moving side to side. It's actually a very handy glitch if you can execute it, but again, it only works if you have pause buffering.
Oh, I might have, erred. Let's see if the other platform comes back around.
You're fine. Remember, they're proximity, not time limit. It's a little weird, but basically you can stand perfectly still and you're not going to run out of time. It's only if you go too far away from your launch point.
Okay, you can actually, like, see a tiny little shadow on the floor. I didn't realize that.
Another thing is, if you have a flower beneath you, they'll also start, pulsating when you're underneath it.
Pulsating?
Yeah. It's hard to see in this angle because they're all moving, but yeah, if you're underneath the flower, they'll start, like, pulsating by themselves.
I'm not sure how much that helps. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this one to swing back around. I'm almost out of time.
It can help if you're, like, trying to land on a flower, but yeah, in this case, it doesn't help too much. You got it, though.
Oh, that was so close. I get nervous with this minigame, to be honest.
It's fair. Ah, your wallet's full again.
That means it's time to head back to the bank.
Well, somehow they got your name right. You are Young Link.
Yeah, Young Link. Hmm.
I guess for a little miscellaneous stuff, I've always assumed that Ocarina Link, specifically like his time in Ocarina, he's like 12.
I don't think that Wind
most
Beam
they
has
say he's
any
like-
collision, by the way.
No, they don't. Kind of weird. Like, I don't know. Link's age, Ocarina Link's age has always been weird, because they say he's like 9 to 12 years old. But Majora, I'd say he's like 13 or 14. It had to have been at least like a year or two since Ocarina.
Alright, 99 more rupees. Which is weird, because it, like, puts you 2 rupees away from the prize.
I always hate when they do that. It's always... You know, at the same time, though, that kind of does give a bit of a silly charm to the game. It's something I kind of miss a little with, like, remakes. Because, for example, I was watching a bit of someone play through Wind Waker the other day, and... Oh, excuse us.
Don't mind us, we're just here.
And the thing there was, like... I know they raised the cap for a very important reason, but the cap itself was only, like... It went to exactly 500, and it's like... Man, I kind of miss that. Also, are you gonna just ding-dong ditch this guy?
Yes! He doesn't.
Hey!
He doesn't say anything. Also, she walks really quickly.
That's quite a pace for a stroll.
She's power walking, obviously, with an umbrella and her arms up.
On a rainy day. Also, these cow statues have no purpose, but I love them all the same.
I'll deposit 4 rupees. I really need that 1 extra rupee for something.
I kind of wish... Oh, thank you, goodness.
Okay.
I kind of wish they sold, like, those cow statues in real life. I would love to have one.
Now that we've mentioned
But what made you
Toho...
Is there really?
No, there is not a Toho yokai based on this yokai. Sadly. I don't even know how they would do that.
I mean... I imagine they would find a way. You could probably tell me. Also, the thing is, it's a little too early, because what you're talking about is...
Wait, what? What?
Oh, bad time! You came in as soon as they closed!
I did not know they would boot me out like that. Okay, let's get back in. I'll look up the signs.
Oh.
I'll look up the signs behind it later. But I know that cats always look for running water, so they'll drink from your faucets and stuff. Because they know that's less likely to contaminate.
Cats are a lot smarter than I thought, and that makes them amazing and horrifying. Did you know a cat can tell if you're actually passed out or not because their ears can tell your heartbeat?
Wow.
Yeah. Also, random toilet hand, okay.
Yes, the hand in the toilet, a classic yokai. I believe there's one in Yokai Watch.
And this guy shows up, like, 2 more times in the Zelda series as well.
I don't think I want this heart piece if it's been down there, but I can't really do anything about it now.
Oh wait, no, it's probably because it's switching the day. Ask him, try asking him now.
Also, the music got very frantic and unsettling on the 3rd day. Nice detail.
Also, is it me, or does it seem like there are less people around, too?
Well, we haven't really seen a whole lot of town. Anyways, it's time for round 3.
And this time, they're mixing it up with some spinnings and moving ones.
This might be easier than, like, the 2nd day, because you have outer spinning platforms, and like the middle ones only go up and down, so they're actually easier.
It's true,
I
that's
got
how
it.
the setup. You're good. If anything, the center ones will make it easy to tell you what I'm talking about with the flowers pulsing.
Yeah, I see it. It was very subtle.
Yeah. Well, just because you were only there for a second. Like, they actually bounce a lot when you're hovering over them for a while. It's just good to know for positioning, basically.
Also, there are tremors now.
Oh, jeez.
Because the moon's getting closer, and that apparently makes tremors.
I mean, thanks to Forgotten Land, I learned of something called the Roche limit. And it's like that would explain that.
The what?
The Roche limit. R-O-C-H-E. It's an actual estimation for how close two planets have to be before their gravitational pulls start tearing each other apart.
Oh, wow.
There's an actual name and term for this. I can't believe it myself.
Pros can't play here. Take this and don't come back. Oh, I do have a full heart container, actually.
Nice.
Oh, and look what happens now. You can't play anymore.
What is it with Deku's being so mean?
No idea, but now you have a certified first cycle heart container. Full heart container.
Well, hey, we'll take it. I guess to explain that, especially because you see that up there. The thing with this game is this game has a lot of heart containers. I believe there's a total of 52 pieces. I mean,
52 divided by 4 is 13. And I'll say it right now, there's only 4 dungeons and 4 bosses. So 3 plus 4 plus 13. 20 hearts.
I gotta wonder what that must feel like.
Oh, that reminds me. There's another thing you can get now that it's the 3rd day. They've been working on that tower the entire time, you see.
Yeah. Well, I guess here's another damn example. Remember there was a lot of carpenters before. Now there's only like 2.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, okay.
Oh, careful.
He just went right through me.
Heck? Wait. Hold on. I wanted to see if he would walk through you again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's gonna push you off.
Whee! Thank you.
I mean, we can always find stuff, and I can always help you find stuff to do. Just the first cycle, it's very easy to run out of time with what we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know where you're going for, which also reminds me of one other thing I'd like to share with you once we do it.
Now's not quite the time. But, which door? This one?
Actually, no, it's there.
This one.
What the heck is that?
Well, seems like a kind of a bridal gown with flowers and a mask. Don't tell me the weddings use masks. Everything is about masks. Also, there's money here.
Must be the stock savings.
Which I've just stolen.
I mean, no one's here to take it. They all left, right? Who knows? Maybe as far as we know, they just went to like a ranch or something.
Maybe. Also, despite the fact that everyone's evacuating and the town is completely empty, guards still try and stop you, but they won't stop me.
The thing is, if you speak with them, they actually have a reason why they're stopping you, aside from just, you're a kid. You know, if the moon rumors aren't true, I'm probably gonna go enjoy the carnival.
Ah, the carnival time. I hear they've got a band playing.
Oh yeah, I think there were some banners, and I think we saw some banners inside the town itself, actually.
Yeah.
What were they called? The Indigos?
Not the color I would have chosen. Oh, hey, midnight.
Oh yeah, this scene.
So on first cycle, look at that red sky, by the way. I always thought that was really nice.
Wait, it's never this red at midnight, so you can only imagine what that must look like.
I love how the doorway turns into a staircase, but how are we going to get back to town in time? We're kind of like all the way out in the middle of nowhere.
That's a good point. How are we supposed to get back?
Well, you know, why wait for the moon to take our lives? Let's just have the enemy do it instead.
True. You know, getting killed by a cursed skull probably isn't the worst way to go, comparably.
So there's actually no such thing as a game over in... Well, yeah. By the way, we just teleported back to town.
Whoa.
It's okay. It's okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Look who's here, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it's the guy who was just complaining.
Yep. Sheesh. I feel like... I like how he's even trying to be comforting. He's like, man, if it were me, I wish I could scare the moon away.
You know, actually,
Oh,
let
man,
me take care of some shopping before I go. Because the bomb shop is open,
here.
and they do actually let you, you can't use any of them, apparently. But, hey.
By the way, a little detail here. If you look at some of his plans and next to him, he's actually trying to build a rocket to get to the moon.
Wow. A rocket?
Not just there. Right there, on his bed. You see them up there? You can actually check those.
Bomb-powered flight.
Yeah, just give it a few hours. Trust me, you'll make it to the moon in no time.
So, by the way, have you gotten... Are you taking in the, atmosphere or what? Because we have, like, the most eerie tune of all time.
Oh yeah, final hours. This song definitely gives off the feeling that's the end of the world. Like there's nowhere else to run. Doesn't matter where you go, whether it's high in the sky or deep underground.
And if you like wait for
you
wait for the time to get really, really low, then the bell actually starts getting very frantic. It's like someone's still up there ringing the bell, and he's just hitting it over and over as the moon is coming closer. It's probably like an automatic bell or something.
Well, on top of that, when you leave it to the final hour, the numbers themselves start blinking red.
Oh yeah, it's very true. Let me just take a close look. Look at that. His texture is actually stretching now. It's kind of getting a little strange.
As a kid, I didn't think about it much, but looking at it now, I wouldn't want to be in this situation.
Who would ever want to be in the world of Majora's Mask?
Maybe not when it's falling apart.
Oh yeah, the Carnival of Time does sound like a cool thing. Anyways, we can get up there now. Was there anything else that I needed to do? I don't think so.
No? You're set to go?
Mm-hmm.
This place is colorful.
Let me guess, another... Oh, look. The moon is actually, like, not as high as it just was.
Jeez.
So
way to handle an ancient family heirloom.
So this cutscene actually has a goof in the original Japanese version. I'll mention it when we get to it. Like, I'll say what the goof was.
I'll say right now, there actually is technically one here.
Really?
In the Melee trophy, where they mentioned Tattle's dialogue there, saying swamp motion.
That's Tail, first and foremost.
Tail. They mentioned Tail's dialogue, except here he said Swamp Mountain Ocean Canyon, and there they said Swamp Mountain Ocean Valley.
Valley.
So there's a little goof from Melee.
Clearly a translation error.
Yeah, if it's
listen,
something try to stop it.
The Nightmare Scream. The Nightmare Scream. And now it's coming closer.
Jesus.
So the goof that I talked about was when the camera cuts from Skull Kid to the moon, the sound actually gets quieter because the game programmed the sound so that it's technically coming from Skull Kid instead of the camera. Like, for the purposes of, like, sound and stuff. Anyways, he's distracted. Let's shoot him with a bubble!
It's diegetic, not global, and oh!
Did you watch his hand, by the way? He totally allowed that to happen. Like, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, also, thank God this thing didn't shatter. Ocarina is usually made of ceramic. What is this thing made of?
This is magic. It's a magic ocarina. And suddenly we remember Princess Zelda. Welcome to Zelda's only appearance in the game titled Zelda. This joke has been made before.
Also, if you were me and made Majora's Mask playthrough on emulator like 10 years ago, If you try to glitch your way through this, Link would actually be wearing a certain mask by now.
Oh, really?
It's not really a goof.
I guess you'll have to
Yeah,
save that.
I kind of don't want to. That's like, it's like that old video that you made years ago that you don't want to, that you don't really look back at anymore. So, which is why I'm telling the internet. Oops.
The classic song.
Song reminds us of us.
Excuse me a moment. Sorry, the buttons are like mapped to an Xbox controller, so it's a little different. Like it mimics the 3DS version's controls. For reference. Like I had problems remembering the 3DS controls.
It's weird because to me the songs almost came naturally. It's kind of crazy.
The goddess of
Daydreams.
time is protecting you. If you play the Song of Time, she will aid you. I got no idea who the goddess of time is, but my headcanon is that it's Hylia. Like
It would make sense because
the head honcho goddess of the Zelda universe, by the way.
yeah, because like this is the only time a god. Majora is the only time the goddess of time is ever mentioned. Period. I want to see if you can get the goof. Well, first, I forgot if you could throw a pot at him.
Can you throw a pot? Probably not. I can't even lift it.
No, probably not. Then.
Anyway, I just like that his mask spins if you try that. Anyways, put the ocarina in my mouth and oh hey, a tuba.
Also, you didn't get the goof. If you log on to Skull Kid, Tattle will actually be green in that cutscene.
Oh, that would have been so cool. Darn it.
Sorry.
Well, only one thing to really do. Let's try out that new song.
What if I don't want to?